Let's do it.
And welcome back to the RCS streaming studio here in Burbank, California. My name is Steven, and we're going to take a look at Singular.Live's amazing encoder in the cloud, and it's called Singular Flow. Easy to set up. I don't think you'll be confused at all. I've been banging on this thing all morning long. Really powerful tool, and the results you can get are amazing. So the whole purpose of today's demo is really to show you one of many ways to get great looking graphics over your stream. So today I think we're going to stream to YouTube. From the system we can stream to any number of destinations or destinations simultaneously being, for example, Facebook or Periscope or Twitch or YouTube or some combination of all of them. And again, the purpose of this is you want to do a nice looking stream, you want some great looking graphic layers on top, and this Singular Flow demonstration is going to show you how to do the compositing of your graphics, your video, your audio in the cloud, and then stream it to your destination. So I think the best place to start is to dive right over here to my second desktop, and this is where we're controlling our graphics. This is Singular Studio. For example, this full screen graphic that we started this demo with, you can see when I trigger it in, it's in the program output. I've got two other graphics in here which I'll just leave up. I think I've got a what is this one? A little bug ID up in the upper left-hand corner and a scrolling ticker down at the bottom. We'll leave those on so that when we fire up Singular Flow, and we'll have some graphics to see. So the first step to Singular Flow is right here in the upper right-hand corner is select Stream Destination. I'm going to click this, and it prompts me what destination do I want to stream to. Well, I think I'll choose, YouTube today. And it's going to prompt me to sign into my account. I'll use, let's use my account here, Steven Heimbold account. Boom, there we go. I'll allow it to get access, and by allowing it to get access, it's going to grab the server URL as well as my stream key. So it's grabbed all that information, successfully connected to YouTube. I hit continue, and it makes it really easy because I don't have to go over to YouTube, get the stream URL, and get the unique stream name and or stream key. Again, your stream key is definitely something you want to keep private. In my case, I'm doing so many demos that I'm resetting it on a regular basis. So it's not really that much of a concern for me. Stream lifetime of 3 hours. This is handy in case you inadvertently forget to stop the stream. It'll stop automatically after 3 hours. Go live preview, a great new feature. Ronnie, one of our developers on the Singular.Live team, gave me an overview of this a couple weeks back. Amazing. You keep this enabled, and when we're done doing the configuration of Flow, first, step one, get the graphics. Step two, get the video and audio in there. We're going to be able to see the composite of those three things, graphics, audio, and video, inside of the studio application before we actually stream to our destination. Again, in this case, YouTube. So, really powerful tool. The next step is simply to, let's take a look at the encoding parameters. I'm going to leave these all to auto-detect from input. No need to change those for this demo. Maybe in a future demo I'll go into more detail of changing bitrate, frame rate, resolution. But honestly, auto detect from input for this demo is perfectly fine. Back to stream setup, I hit start flow. Now when I hit start flow, again, I'm not streaming now to YouTube. I'm simply using Singular Studio to fire up this instance of Flow. So now you have to imagine up in the cloud, there's this, we'll call it a device that is holding your graphics. Again, the graphics I was showing you here, that's that full screen title, for example. These graphics are up in the instance of Flow. So the next piece of the puzzle is we've taken care of the graphics. We know that the graphics are now up into Flow. And we know that because this yellow bar up here has become active, and it's asking us for the next piece to the puzzle, video and audio. So where are we going to get that? Well, let's take a pause from Singular Studio for a second. Let's talk about the video and audio portion of this demonstration. I'm going to jump over to camera 2 here in the studio. And you know what? Let's zoom in on that camera. In the studio today, I've got this Canon camera. And I wanted to use this because I like the lens on it. And also, it has an SDI output. And I thought, well, with that SDI output, I can have embedded audio. The camera has a microphone on it, and I want to send the output of this camera, this Canon camera, over to another device, which is called, I'll switch over to camera 3 here in the studio, and we've got the LiveU Solo box. Let's also zoom in on this guy here. LiveU Solo. This is a really cool box. It's actually right behind me here. I can show you some of the features. It's a portable device, and normally this device would be used for a remote situation. So for example, you're out in the field, you've got a camera, it's got either SDI output or HDMI output, and you want to just put this on your belt buckle, if you will, and boom, you take your video and audio, embedded audio, and you stream it from this device. And in today's demo, we're going to show you how to stream the output of this device, excuse me, to a instance of Flow, the one that we just fired up. So again, in a normal situation, probably you wouldn't be using a LiveU Solo box in a studio environment. I am doing exactly that today, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, again, its real strength is to be able to use this in a remote location. I'll be doing some other demos out. We'll do some demos from remote locations using this unit as well. Here's the SDI cable, again, coming from this camera right over here, the Canon camera that I showed you earlier, back over to the LiveU Solo box. I've got it hooked up to a landline here, the local area network here in the studio. It's I'll call it normal configuration, if you will, or remote configuration would be via Wi-Fi or SIM cards to a carrier. There's a nice user interface that tells you the status of the unit. I have it plugged into power. Again, it's got really nice battery life, so a really powerful unit in the LiveU Solo box. I think the next piece to start is to jump over to how do I tell this box, this LiveU Solo box, where to send the stream. Again, the stream from this camera, the Canon, into the LiveU box, and now I need to tell this box, this LiveU Solo box, where to send the video. So let's jump over to my desktop, and let's see this waiting for RTMP video input stream right here, the job status. It's telling us right here, this is the destination that Flow wants us to send the output of in this case, the LiveU Solo box. So I've got a server URL. I'm going to copy that. It even tells you here, we are ready to receive your video stream. So let's give Flow a video stream, and we'll configure that in the LiveU Solo browser window. I've already logged into my account, so you would obviously need an account with LiveU. You see 2 units are listed here. This is the one that's active. It's connected. It found it. So it's connected. It knows there's a LiveU Solo box out there. Again, which LiveU Solo box? Well, this one right here. Back over to the configuration. So it's pretty straightforward. Edit destinations. We need to tell this LiveU Solo box to go to our instance of Flow that we just fired up. We're going to use RTMP. Now, why are we using RTMP? Because if we go back over here, you see this is an RTMP stream, real-time messaging protocol. So copy this, back over to LiveU Solo. Let's select a generic RTMP. We don't need authorization in this case, so I simply click this and we give it a name. Let's call this Flow. And let's do a profile of 16:9 720p. Put in the primary URL, pretty straightforward. Back over to the dialog box from the Flow configuration inside of Singular Studio. We have our Flow configuration. The last piece of the puzzle is this stream key, stream name. Copy that, back over to LiveU Solo, paste that in, submit, and if everything worked, and it did, you can see up here in the upper right-hand corner, it says Solo unit configured successfully. Now, we are not streaming yet from that LiveU Solo box into Flow. We've simply given it a valid destination to stream to, which is Flow. I can fire it up right here in the UI. I can also do it on the front of the unit. I'll do that today just to kind of, unfortunately it's sort of upside down. It might be a little difficult to see with the reflection. There we go. Maybe I can get that. And there's a start button right here. It's going to say connecting. And this unit is really cool because it's going to tell me when there it goes. It makes it's starting to stream. It tells you the bandwidth. There's even a monitor to show you the video input. So again, LiveU Solo is now doing its job. It's streaming the video to Flow. So let's jump back over to the desktop. So what does that mean? Hey, we can see right here. It went red. That's prompting you that the unit is streaming. It even says streaming right here. So we're done with the LiveU Solo streaming portion. Now let's go back over to our instance of Singular Studio with the dialog box for Flow. And you see right away, right here, we're getting some information from that LiveU Solo box. Actually, from Flow, I should say. We're getting the video stream that's leaving the LiveU Solo box going to Flow, and then Flow is giving you a nice snapshot. Flow is also giving you a graphic snapshot, and it's giving you a composite. Now you can see these guys are updating. It looks like I have to check with the developers. I want to say every 20 seconds or so, you get an input snapshot from your video source, your graphics, and the composite of the two. And that's there so that if you're in a low bandwidth situation, that you at least can have some confidence that you're getting the video and the graphics. Now this play button here, when I hit this, if you remember back in the beginning of this video, I said it would be cool to it's really nice to enable that preview button, because with the preview button, you can get a preview inside of Singular Studio of the graphics and the video all composited together before you actually go live to YouTube, and that's imperative for so many productions. You know, you want to make sure with all confidence that your video signal looks good, that your shot is framed correctly, and all the different things that you need to make sure you have a great looking stream, your graphics are done correctly, and what have you. I can close this dialog box, and I'm still not streaming to YouTube. I'm just simply previewing everything here in Singular Studio. Really, really powerful. Again, I can trigger some graphics here. Okay, yeah, I like the way this looks. Again, there's the full screen graphic we had done earlier. So maybe this would be, in your case, a stream starting soon, and then you can reveal, boom, you're ready to go. But the last piece of the puzzle is to actually start the actual stream into YouTube. So again, back to this button up here, your view job status. And when I hit go live, it's going to actually start the process of streaming to YouTube. I'm going to show you one thing before I do that. When I hit play here, you see it starts the composite, the video stream on top. Now, if you get a dialog box that says you need Flash enabled, I'm sure you've seen that before. Again, up in the URL browser here, you go click information, Flash, and you can see I have it enabled, always allow on this site. So the next piece of the puzzle, go live. Now, when I hit this button, yes, I will then be streaming into YouTube. So we'll hit go live. We can close this dialog box, and we're not closing down the stream. We're just simply closing this modal window. Close it, and you can see it goes green here. It tells me what's going on the job status. We've been Flow's been active for 8 minutes now. Our job expires in 2 hours and 51 minutes. Let's jump over to my YouTube channel. Boom, there we have it. That is now coming from the encoder in the cloud, also known as Singular Flow. It is streaming into my YouTube channel with audio. Again, I'm going to jump back over to Singular Studio. You can see down here, when I roll over here, I can turn on and off the preview, and I can turn on and off the audio. Now again, don't be alarmed if you turn this off here and go back over to your YouTube channel. You're not turning off the video into this stream. That's simply the, I'll call it the local preview, if you will, the preview of the video inside of Singular Studio. So I think this about covers it. You can see, again, I'll go back over to the YouTube. This about covers it for this demo. I'm going to do a few more demos in which we show you some, I'll call it more advanced setups, going to multiple destinations, streaming to multiple locations, and what have you. So I think with that, I want to say thanks for watching today, and hopefully you learned a little bit, and I didn't confuse you too much. And take care. Remember, let's do it live, and we'll see you again soon.